Hey everyone, Lensmanoz here, and welcome to another Factorio episode. I've been very busy, pretty much cleaning things up here and pulling bits and pieces out. And as much as it's further away, I feel like putting these things into banks of like machines is better than what I had going on here. I've started removing a bunch of stuff, and now that these researchers are sort of cruising through automatically, I'm starting to put in setups here that will boost the items that I'm using. I've removed a lot of these ones, like the smelting and that sort of stuff, the blast furnaces, etc., from the setup here, because I think I'm kind of done with setting up full systems to do ore processing. And then I came about looking into some of this stuff and making it quicker, and it turns out that if you look here, so this one here is an assembly machine 4, and yes, I don't have the top assembly machine yet, but it'll come along with the research as we get there. Excuse me. The crafting speed, as you can see in the bottom right here of this guy, is a crafting speed of 8. Now that has 5 level 3 speed upgradey raw speed modules to give it up to that boost of 8. If you look at these little guys down here, the electronics assembly machines, they do a crafting speed of 18.4. Now that's a massive increase in speed, so a whole 10 or 10.4 speed faster. Downside here is that they only do certain items. So if you look through the list here, there's only a few items that it can do. But I've gone ahead and converted most of the ones, if not all of the ones, to this system, except for these two here, which I'm about to do and show you what the difference. I have considered setting up a copper wire coil, etc., and doing it this way. I don't know if it's any better or faster or anything, but at the moment it's fast. Like this here, you can see here, this has done 27,000 crafts, and this hasn't been there that long. It's keeping up though. But yeah, I wasn't sure whether to go to that whole processing route and go that way. But so this little guy here, I'm going to convert over to these things. I'm just going to plop it like this. So these are looking for speed upgrades. So this is with speed upgrades. And I have set up a system, and we are looking at the research. I can go up to a 4 now. 4 by raw speed, which would add a fairly big chunk more. And you can see the system I moved recently, so it's not back up to speed with making the circuits again yet. So let's move this guy and convert him to doing this, and this one can do this, and same as everything else, we just convert it to actually like that. Put our pipe in like so, and they will start off, and you can see that is very fast. So because of that, I'm going to remove them. I'm going to get it's going to give them to me. That's good. So I'm going to get farther away. So these are a lot quicker. You can see how much quicker they are when you start watching. So this one has already made 26 crafts, 28, and I've only just put it down. It's done 18 already. So these are a much faster setup. I do have this thing sitting here at the moment, and it's currently waiting on the portable fusion reactor, which needs 250 logic boards. So you know what? I'm going to grab this. Drop them in there. Because I only want one of these. And for something that has a lot of items in it, doing it this way is sometimes better, in my opinion. Because I'll get rid of that one now. And now I'll get rid of this one. and it'll give me that. It'll give me that item. So this guy, let's look. How big are you? You're big. I'm not sure what it runs on. Portable fusion reactors. Always seem to be running out of power though, so I'm gonna throw in an here. Anyway, so that's something else. Don't need all these things in my inventory now. Bye bye. Alright, that should do for now. Get rid of them. You can see up here where I was saying, you know, moving things around. I got this set up so that it will go all the way up to a speed module 7. You can see the output on that guy is pretty intense, but it's not really the route that I was aiming for it. You know, at the moment it's kind of this one. These guys are trying feverishly. Any of the ones that come out will go into these machines. So again, do I need this whole setup? Probably not. What do I need to make this guy here? It's just these circuit boards. And raw module 3, so 3 is that. So really, I can probably pause this. I'm gonna pause this about here. Let's do that. There's not much point in this continuing. But you can see here comes the rubies and stuff in at this level. Same here, you know, like just remove something from level 4. I don't know how many modules it's going to hold, but that's just sort of running its way through. I do like having the auto research. It definitely does make things a lot easier, and I can kind of just ignore that, and eventually we'll get stuff coming through that we need. Let's see here. Made a few changes, bits and pieces wise, just adding in like extra wood here being made. So this is all backed up with wood now, which is good. All coming from here. And generally just trying to clear up the system itself. This is holding us up now, I think. So just needs to be faster, which means it needs more speed upgrades, and I've got all them elsewhere. I'm actually going to take these because the roboports aren't as important as this at the moment. You probably could do with a couple. Yeah, cool. So as I said, I converted a lot of this stuff over. These ones are now running on this. I've set these up with 2. Now when I changed these over, I set it all up and went out for dinner and left the game running. But I forgot to do the chests. I forgot to limit the amount going into the chests. So when I got home, all of these chests were chock-a-block full. They've now reduced down, but you can see how full they are. All of them were like completely full because I had forgotten to limit. But yeah, we're definitely chewing through things here, and it's that silicon wafer one that's running us down now. This thing's going as flat out as it can. We need those faster modules up here. Do I have any 4s available? Let's have a look. No, all the 4s are used. I think I paused the one making 4, so continue making the 3s. Again, and I can't access these until I give it something to work on. Let's see. I don't have a 4 yet. I mean, honestly, am I going to use the green modules? Probably not. So I'm going to take these guys. It'll be taking them all out of my inventory. because it's trying to... You're going to want them, aren't you? Because I think that one's a bit confused now. Oopsie. This is just because I went and copy pasted the new one which has these in it. So again, these aren't required. Again, I don't know. This is just going to keep making them, isn't it? It needs a 4 to keep going. There's a lot of speed modules in there, like that's a 7. I don't know. Do I just kill it all off? Stop it from being made? What does this require for lowest level? Doesn't require any of them. Oh, so much of me wants to just do this. And all the bots come in. And probably again this level too. The only reason I set these ones up like that is because the this guy needed it. So I kind of really shoot myself in the foot by making it like this. So I'm gonna just remove all of this for now. Just leave that set up without the chests. I'll re-enable the chests. I mean, like, I'll just go back through and do this. But I won't reset up the recipe. Don't know why that's in there. I don't know. Yes, I know you can't put things in my inventory. It'll get there. So, generally, at the moment, I'm kind of spending a lot of my time just playing around and trying to make things a little more efficient. Oops. That was bad. We've got extras. Don't need you. Don't need you. You need to be that. Alright. Okay, so we'll let these guys go up to, I mean, we're up to 4 now. Plenty of them. Yeah, I know you want to put them in inventory. How about I do this? You guys can take it all away. Then they'll continue giving me all the junk. Oh, I don't need them. Or that, or that, or that. Thanks, guys. Got all the way up to a tier 4 recharge. And tier 4 roboports. So they're just, they've been made around here somewhere. Where's that? Here. So all the roboport stuff's here. And the range on the tier 4 is that's tier 2. The range on tier 4 is phenomenal. Let's see, is it... That's the 4 there. You can see here, right, supply area is 200 by 200 and construction area is 440 by 440. And if you look at a number 1, 50 by 50, so it's four times the size. So you can get away with putting 1 and doing huge area. So up the top here, I now have 1 roboport somewhere in the middle here that covers this entire area. So all of those mining roboports are now covered by all those mining areas are now covered by 1 roboport. Let's see, pump jacks 4, that's good. I went ahead and set up blue belts all the way through the middle, so it's now super fast through the guts of the factory. Until where it splits off. I've had to make a few changes to storage. Copper's a bit low at the moment, but it'll catch up again eventually. Added a few chests, I should say, a few silos down here. Let's see, I had a lot of silver jamming up the system here and causing the whole lot to back up. So now broken silver off and it goes to this passive provider here. This is still getting a bit too full with aluminium ore. And I can't remember if I showed this in the last one. I do have this filter inserter set up to eject the sodium hydroxide out when it's more than 1,000. And that just goes into here. So at worst case, if I do run out of sodium hydroxide through this system, I can always bring it back with bots. Other than that, everything else seems to be fairly straightforward. Got a lot of Unicomp down here. Not tons and tons. These things are going quite mental. Trying to keep up. Especially because I put a couple of speed upgrades in there. It's fairly flat out. Let's boost this up a bit. Where are my... Oop, wrong button. Where are my mining drills? Did have mining drills on my oh, there. Stop looking. Found them. 1, 2. Put the power pole in there. More power poles. Yeah, really? And you can have some of them. And you can have some of them. Alright, that'll keep it going. You know what? Have some speed number 4s. That should be super quick. Now it's probably only limited now by the mini loader. Here we go with research. It seems to jump around a bit. Now, supposedly it's it does the cheapest available next research, but to me 150 of that is cheaper than 100 of this. So I don't understand what it takes into account in terms of what's next. But potentially it takes into account the cost of the materials. I don't know. I haven't looked too much into the mod. I just saw it saying that it prioritizes and auto research is based on, let's get rid of that, based on cost, so to speak. I don't think I showed this last episode. I can't remember. This belt goes all the way around the outside. Now the bots weren't keeping up. Plain and simple, the bots were slow. They weren't keeping up. So I went and ran this red belt all the way around the outside here. Yep. Just having a bit of fun. And it comes all the way up here and feeds back in at this point. And that's full of stereotype. And it's full of stereotype because this is full of stereotype. This one is still bot delivered because I haven't set up a better split. Now I could probably split here. I don't want to jam everything up, but let's go and check out why this is stopped. Why are you stopped? It'll be this, won't it? Yep, sulfur's full again, people. Alright, let's fix this up. I tend to spend most of my time now literally, and you know what, let's not make one of them. Let's make one of these guys. Spend most of my time now fixing this sort of arrangement where it's backed up again. So let's grab you. I'm gonna place you there. I'm gonna put that like that, and then I'm gonna bring this out that way and do that. That should kick the plant off again. We are using sulfur, just not as much as what this is creating. So that should kick things back off again. Things are starting to move. Very nice. And we've already got this warehouse up here. I could extend the warehouse. I could put another one in and have it feed in and out, but that's a lot of stereotype. Wonder why the copper's a bit low. This is it. Okay. Bit of aluminium ore just chilling over in the corner. Oh, you're a lower level. These are level 1 ore refineries. They are not keeping up. I've got a few level 2 ore refineries on me. Let's increase our speed a little. There we go. And you know what? We'll go up a few. Oh wow. It's not keeping up now. And you know what you want to be? You be a tier 4. Nice and quick. Still not keeping up. So I'd rather it was like this and not keeping up. Are these yellow belts? Yep, they're yellow belts. Let's fix that. And we could fix that again by making them blue belts. Might not be needed though. I think that's... it's now backing up outside. Or is it? Yeah, it is. See, look how much sulfur we have out here. Maybe there's a better use for sulfur. Let's find that. Sulfur. And I think I've done this before. Is look for uses of sulfur. Sulfur dioxide, explosives, and nickel carbonyl. I'm not really using any of them. Doing the sulfur dioxide over here somewhere. So like these guys are cranking through. We've got lots of sulfuric acid. So short of me actually hooking stuff up to use sulfuric acid in the up in the mining area, which might be a way of, you know, kicking this off. This is being used in a lot of these processes though, so I don't want to steal the processes from it, so to speak. But we're definitely generating quite a bit of sulfur. Yeah, I mean, you know, things are running again, hopefully. It's not a big issue. Get this trade up. That's weird. Oh, that would be coal, that's why. So do I... Yeah, you know what, let's do this. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty at all. Going to do that. And this. Like so, you are going to bring out that, some power. And yes, this will slow the... It shouldn't slow the train from leaving, but it will cause things to be a little slower than if it was being fed just by the train, you know, coming in just out of the train. This will be cranking this up. As soon as the train leaves, this will just continue loading, which was happening with the Wube, I think it was. It was doing the same thing. It was backing up before. Apologies, coffee's going cold. Must drink coffee. Right, so that's now not backing up anymore, which is good. Which means the backlog inside has caught up. You know what this problem is now? You guessed it. Weak. Then it'll become this. Alright. What are you? Mark 3? That should be doing it. It's got fast filter mini loaders on it. Let's just do it. Yoink. Because why not? Oh, and see the problem here. If I'm not careful, it'll convert the yellows to the reds to blues. You can see there that I've done that here. Some of it's blue. Whoops. That's alright. I'm almost out of red, so. Things are going well. See, I could convert this to blue. I don't have blue in blue mini loaders yet, but they'll come. Come eventually. Don't know if I've got enough. Yeah, see, this is all backed up now, based on the machines themselves keeping up. Actually, purified water's now lacking. Yeah. So every time I make a boost somewhere, then you know. I then have to go and patch something else up because these guys are a bit slow. Have a 4. And that's just having trouble keeping up because of steam. Okay. The boiler Mark 4 is just cranking, but this is using steam faster. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know if that makes any difference. Probably need a few more boilers and to link them all together. Don't really have the space. I might be able to fit one more in. Let's do that. And pick up, drop off. Oh, I did it. Titanium, fine. The third one, this may go a little better. I don't know. Still struggling. But we're getting water out of it. Alright, well, as I said, things slowly work their way through. What are we on? Rocket damage 2 now. See, look, that's 200. This is 150. Why did you choose rocket damage 2? Why not do sniper turret damage? So, yeah, I don't know where the settings for this mod are, but kind of jumps around a bit. Doesn't make much sense in what it does on some of them. But hopefully, hopefully we'll get there in the end. Kind of considering coming down here and doing, where is it? Oh, maybe we do have the blue. We may have blue inserters now. It may have just done that at some point. Let's see. Ooh. Express mini loaders are done. I'm going to set up a crafting thing for that. And that's probably going to be the last thing I'll do in this episode. Let's head on down here and literally drop another one of these guys in. I'll just put it there for now. You can be making... Oh, we've got these ones. You can be making that. Let's do the other one too. You can be making that. What am I missing though? What? There's one more missing. What is it? Ah, these loaders. Okay, that's cool. So you're gonna ask for all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff, and honestly, as much as I know it's there designed to keep things running smoothly, I really don't think I need that many items in there. Same here. Stack filter in service. Hopefully I'm still making all these. Yeah, here they are up here. Ooh, look at that. We're getting the blue ones. So now I can change this up to the next one. So let's remove you. And you. We'll go on, I don't know, we'll go straight blues. And I need to add a few more of these things in. I've already got that as 200. Let's drop it to 1. So same here. And then... Oh, I've already got that one in. Cool. So now I need to set this up to bring me the blue guys. That. And that. And all good. So there's another episode done. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to go through and start upgrading some bits and pieces in terms of the belts. And come back next time and I'll let this run again, probably in between episodes, let it catch up again, because obviously, as I said, every time I change something I need to then let it all catch up again. But we'll see where we get to. So, things are backed up again. What is it now? All sorts of stuff. Tungsten is a problem that I thought I'd solved over here. It seems to always be the case. Tungsten is something that doesn't get removed automatically. It's in here. So, not using tons of tungsten at the moment. Certainly not enough to get rid of the backlog. So I'm going to play around in here again. Thanks everyone for watching. Comments below. And I'll see you next time. Bye now.